Good morning, students. Sairam. Let us do a new topic in composition, and the name of the topic is unseen passage. Now, what is an unseen passage? We will see in today's video. So, let us start and understand what is an unseen passage. An unseen passage means a complete and detailed understanding of the passage. A small passage or a paragraph or few sentences will be given to you. You have to read that passage carefully and slowly, and then you will understand the meaning of each sentence in the given passage. The main purpose is to test one's ability to grasp the meaning of the given passage. What is the main, motto, or what is the main aim of this unseen passage is to test your ability, your reading power, how much you can, grasp whatever you read, how much you can remember. See, there are some students, even if they read once, it gets registered in their mind, and if you ask them anything from that page or from that topic, they easily answer that. So it is the ability of how much you are gaining or how much you are getting information from that given passage. And only it is possible when you read it with full concentration, you read it slowly, and then only you will understand the meaning of the passage. Is that clear? Understanding of the passage helps to answer the questions asked on the given passage. Now, an unseen passage is always followed by certain questions, and those questions are based on the given passage, and the answers are hidden itself in the passage given to you. So if you read the passage very properly, then you will be able to answer the questions based on the given passage very easily. Now, what are the simple tips which you have to follow while solving an unseen passage? There are very two simple tips. First one is, you have to read the passage slowly and carefully. Yes, unless and until you don't read it slowly and carefully, you will not understand the meaning. If you just read it, suppose Ravi is a boy, he goes to school, he's 6 years old, he's in this school. If you will read it in this manner, nothing will go inside your head, you will not understand even one word. But if you read slowly, Ravi is a boy, he goes to school. So like that, if you read the sentences, you will be able to understand very easily. And what is the second simple tip? That you have to understand the meaning of each sentence in the passage. As I told you now, if you read it in a hurry, you will not understand anything. So for that, you need to read very slowly and carefully, so that you understand the meaning of each sentence in the given passage. Is that clear? Now we will see an example of an unseen passage. The question will be asked in this manner: read the following passage and answer the questions given below. So here comes your passage. I'll read it slowly and you listen to me carefully, okay? Onam is one of the most famous festivals of Kerala. So students, here today we are talking about a festival which is celebrated in Kerala, and it is one of the famous festivals of Kerala. Okay, like in Maharashtra or in Mumbai, you can say that in Mumbai, Ganesh festival is celebrated with great joy and great enthusiasm. It is one of the famous festivals of Mumbai, yes or no? So in the same way, Kerala, Onam is one of the most important famous festival of Kerala. People, irrespective of their religion, age, or community, celebrate Onam with a lot of enthusiasm. So, whatever the religion may be, whatever their caste may be, whatever their age may be, from whatever community they belong, they celebrate this festival. They all come together, and with one, they all celebrate this Onam festival. Age also, like from small child to old people, big adults, all come together and they celebrate this festival. The celebration of this colorful festival has been going on for quite long. Means what? The festival which is celebrated, that is Onam in Kerala, it is not now only started, it is not a new festival. It has been celebrated from generations to generations, like from olden days to now. People celebrate it and they are following the same customs and traditions. And it continues even in this modern era. So till today, people follow the customs and traditions which are to be, performed during the festival, and they celebrated it with full enthusiasm. Now, what are customs and tradition? Each festival has a specific custom and tradition while celebrating. For example, I gave you the example of Ganesh Chaturthi. During Ganesh Chaturthi, if you have Ganesh idol in your house, you will first offer modak to Lord Ganesha. So modaks are mostly prepared during Ganesh Chaturthi. Modaks are not prepared in Diwali festival, or it is not prepared in Holi festival. So it has a certain customs and traditions. Okay, the flower which we offer to Lord Ganesha is the shoe flower, the red color flower, hibiscus also it is called as. So that is offered to Lord Ganesha. So there are certain customs and traditions tied with each festival, and we do that, and in the same manner we celebrate it. Yes or no? Now during Christmas, we decorate a Christmas tree. We will not put colors on everybody's face and play with colors during Christmas. That is done during Holi festival. So each festival has a different way of celebrating. Is that clear? The word Onam is originated from the Sanskrit word Shravanam. So where has this Onam word come from? It has come from Sanskrit word, and in Sanskrit Onam means Shravanam. This word implies one of the 27 constellations. So what is the meaning of the word Onam? It is one of the 27 constellations that is related to the universe. Okay, that is the sky. Onam is usually celebrated at the end of August or beginning of September. So when is Onam celebrated? It does not have a specific date and a specific month. It usually comes in the end of August or in the beginning of September. According to Malayalam calendar, this month is known as Chingam. So see, there are various regional calendars. You get calendars in all the languages. So according to Malayalam, Malayalam is a language. According to this Malayalam calendar, what is Onam known as? Onam is known as Chingam. This annual festival lasts for as long as 10 days. So how many days is this festival celebrated? It is celebrated for nearly 10 days. Okay. These 10 days serve to be the most delightful days for the people in Kerala. So the people of Kerala celebrate this Onam festival, which lasts for 10 days, with great joy and great enthusiasm. Is that clear? And when you will especially when you visit, if you get a time, if you get time and if you get chance to visit Kerala during Onam festival, you will really see the wonderful preparations done by the people here. The whole of the village, the whole of the Kerala looks very, very beautiful during this festival. Is that clear? So have you understood what is the passage? Okay, now we will go through the questions. Now we will see what are the questions asked based on the given passage to you. Now children, unseen passage questions are, you will have 5 questions. In that you will have mixed type of questions. Maybe one grammar question, one meanings, opposites, past tense, like that. It is a mixture of questions in the passage. Okay, so let us see what is the first question. Which is the most famous festival of Kerala? You all know the answer, and the answer itself is in the first line of the passage. But your children, be very, very careful. Many a times we have to form the answer. We have to make a little changes in the answer while writing the answer, as you have to use past tense. It is not that exactly how it is given in the passage, the same you will pick and you will write in the answer. No, many a times we have to make certain changes while writing the answer of the passage. So which is the most famous festival of Kerala? We will see how it is written in the passage. Onam is one of the most famous festivals of Kerala. Are we going to copy as it is given here, or are we going to make some changes? No, we are going to copy as it is given here. So what is your answer? Which is the most? Onam is one of the most famous festival of Kerala. We have not made any changes. It is perfect. Now let us look at the second question. Where has the word Onam originated from? Okay. Now we'll search the answer in the first paragraph only it is. See the second line. The word Onam is originated from the Sanskrit word Shravanam. So do we have to make any changes here? No. We will copy it as it is. So your answer is, the word Onam is originated from the Sanskrit word Shravanam. Okay, no changes. Now look at the third one. When is Onam usually celebrated? It is in the second paragraph here, I think. Second line. See, last. Onam is usually celebrated at the end of August or beginning of September. Any changes required? No. So you will copy it as it is. Onam is usually celebrated in the end of August or beginning of September. Okay. Now fourth one. Pick out the conjunction from the following sentence. Now a sentence is given to you. You read the sentence carefully and you have to pick out the conjunction. People, irrespective of their religion, age or community, celebrate Onam. So the answer is already there on the screen. It is or. So or is a word which is a conjunction which joins words or phrases together. So in this sentence, or is the conjunction. So you'll write it answer or. Okay. Now let us look at the last question. Give one word from the passage which means happy. Now this is a meaning. Okay, one word is hidden in the passage and the meaning of the word means happy. So the word is, let us see the passage. Is it, can you see in this one? Is it chingam? No. Is it serve? No. Is it annual? No. Is it delightful? Yes. So the answer of the last one is delightful. Happy means delightful. So have you understood, children, how to solve an unseen passage? Very important. First, what you are going to do? You are going to read the passage slowly and carefully, and then you are going to solve the questions which are given below the passage, and the answers are itself in the passage only. So if you read the passage carefully, it will be very easy for you to answer the questions based on the given passage. Children, keep practicing. What you can do is, you can take your storybooks if you have at your home. You can take out one story, a short paragraph from that or one page, and then you can read that story and then you can make simple questions out of it and solve on your own. So when you practice like that, you will become very perfect. So is that clear? Thank you, children, for listening to me carefully. Goodbye. Take care.